Okay, so this is the rest of our cleaning rocks with vinegar video, the second half. And I've had these rocks, they were in there, covered up with vinegar for 24 hours. And this was clear vinegar, and as you can see, when I roll the rocks around, it's getting like a muddy color to it. So that means I'm hoping that it's getting dirt and crusty cruds off of there. So start out with an old toothbrush. Color. It's like a reddish brown, and it's got blacks and looks like it might be greens. That'll be interesting to get it polished, tumbled. And rougher brush. I probably should have used the rougher brush first, but that one was sitting right there, so. And I could probably stick these in the tumbler, in the vinegar, but vinegar is kind of acidic, and I don't want it to eat up the rubber on the tumbler. We will set this up to the side over here, and we will grab another. We'll grab this big one. I always kind of like to set the rock in a microfiber cloth. That way it's not slipping in my hand and falling on the floor and stuff. I've seen some do it, just grab it out of there, but and then tomorrow we are going rock hounding. It's nice being less than a mile from the Yellowstone River, where you can go rock hounding anytime you want, and it's free. It's not like a pay to explore site. Move the rock around. But that'll be neat going to the boat ramp. Well, I call it a boat ramp, but there's a bunch of rock, like a rock landing and stuff over there. And I know in about another month, the rocks that are exposed will be underwater because the ice upriver will melt. And we'll cover it up for another year. So while we're interested in looking around and seeing what's here, take you guys along. And I could probably take these and just put them in the tumbler and put some borax in them and let them go for a couple hours. But I saw this done on a video the other day, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I think that is jasper. Just so pretty when they're polished, because it's like a dark reddish brown. Well, actually almost a black with like red lines in it. Really neat. This is something that anyone can do. It's what I like about this hobby. Anybody can do this. You know, I'm disabled, I got a bad back, but yet I can sit here in a chair, polish rocks, clean them first, and then the polishing part, the tumbler does the work. It's always so interesting because I always look at my rocks to see what colors are in them and stuff, and you'll be surprised when they come out of the tumbler, sometimes they are changed. What you thought was like a dark color on the outside will end up being a totally different color. It'll like lighten up sometimes, and it shows the contrast in colors. Just a very interesting hobby. Keep picking up the dryer sheet. I want to dry my rocks with a dryer sheet. Okay. So there's a lot of the bottom. Piece. Here, this is that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like a reddish brown, and then it's got like flicks of veins of green in it. Just really pretty. I've already decided on I need better lighting. And next week, I'm going to video and we're going to move the rock stuff in my spare room. This thing does a pretty decent job. I think the issue with my toothbrush is that it's more or less a soft toothbrush, and I need something a little bit stiffer, looks like. Even though the toothbrush is easier to hold, because it has a smaller handle. We will set this aside and let it dry. We'll do probably one more out of here, and then I got a couple in here that I really want to do. These here, I'll just put them in here, the ones I want to do out of here. There was one that was like a dark gray, like a dingy gray color. There it is. We'll do this one next. See this? It looks like it's the same type of material as that. But whenever I picked it up from outside, it had this like gray coating over it. Looked like actually like a gray rock. And now that I've cleaned it with some vinegar, I'm seeing it's actually not gray. I do dip the brush sometimes in the vinegar water when the brush gets dry. Kind of makes it scrub a little better. I don't know if it does really, it just seems like it. Dry this off. And set it over to dry. You can see there, that's a dark color when it's wet, and you'll see when it dries, it lightens up quite a bit. Love where I live at because you can find all these rocks and you're just out walking around. Somebody said that the best place to go rock hunting in Montana is a gravel driveway, or gravel road rather, and that there's 3,000 miles worth of gravel roads in Montana. I thought, wow, that's interesting. This one right here is going to be the last one. This is that one that I showed you yesterday. That I thought that this line right here is a crack, and I took a flashlight and shined it on there. It is not a crack. What did I do with my... Oh. I'm gonna use my flashlight on the phone, but we're recording with the phone. And I do have a towel sitting on the floor so that I'm not getting vinegar all over the pergo wood flooring. That would certainly cause problems because vinegar, straight vinegar, if you left it sit on there, would probably eat the finish off of it. If you guys know different, leave me a message in the comment. But I'm just not wanting to take a chance. Okay. So, try this off. Move, you guys. It's easier. I want to show you guys these rocks. You see, it's got different colors. I thought it was just white and black, but you can see some like tan in there, and that right there, I thought was a crack. It goes all the way around, but it's not. It's just a line of black. So what I will do later is I will cut this and I will cut it across them layers like that. Cut it across like that. Because if I cut it like that, you're going to miss out on having these layers in both sides of the rock. You would just take a chance on having the layer just be on one side. And this one, see, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that green in there? It's just going to be really pretty, I think. And it's like, the green is like right in there, but there's veins of it throughout it. And this, see the layer goes that way, and there's one that goes that way. So we will take and cut this in threes. across that way. And then this is interesting because this is that same rock that I showed you guys a few minutes ago that was like really dark, almost black. And now it's drying and it's kind of like got grays and reddish browns and just interesting. And then this one we'll just have to see. Because it's got some like glittery looking stuff in it. Almost like an agate window right there. So we'll take and cut this across here and look and see what that agate window looks like. And then this one, you just sometimes never know with rocks what they're going to look like on the inside from looking them at the outside. Because this is just kind of a drab looking rock on the outside, but you don't know what it'll look like on the inside until you cut it open. And this one is interesting. See, because you got like right here, you got like light grays and blacks, and then you flip it over and you have dark grays and blacks and a little bit of white on the edge there. So we'll see. That one. And that's what I got for y'all today. Well, here's... Okay, so this is one that I did before we come on camera. And this is interesting because it's almost like a... It's almost like a amethyst, but instead of being purples, it's pinks too. And white right there, and white right there. So I've got some of those in the tumbler right now, and they end up looking pretty good. And this one, you got a white spot right there, and then you got black spots, and then like right here it looks like a little bit of light green. Just all interesting stuff. All right, take care. That's what we got for you now. Bye.